Come in. Hi. What is this?
Donut.
Donuts. Thank you.
No problem.
This Tuesday started out like pretty much every other Tuesday. Made myself some delicious coffee, sat down at my desk to, punch out some emails, and I heard some birds chirping. I turned on my phone to check the weather, and it was 72 degrees. I was like, whoa. So I packed up my gear, jumped in the car, and headed out to Table Rock State Park. I ain't gonna lie, that sun felt ridiculously good after being cooped up for the last couple months with all that cold winter weather. So I headed down the green loop and, well, things weren't exactly green, but it was a beautiful day, so who could complain? As I walked through the forest, I began looking for something to catch my eye. I came upon these old cedar trees that had this beautiful moss growing up it. While admiring the texture in the bark, I noticed this little leaf clinging to it. It had a really unique sculptural shape. As I held the leaf in my fingertips, it hit me. I knew exactly what this week's tutorial would be all about, finding complementary backgrounds to make the subject pop. Since this leaf was kind of bright in color, I began looking for a darker shaded background to really make the leaf stand out. This moss-covered stone served as the perfect background. With this theme in mind, I headed down the trail and came to this open clearing. Over to my right, I saw this weed growing over one of the trees. It had such an interesting zigzag shape with berries growing on top of it. I began looking for a complementary background and saw this tree line that was kind of diagonally cutting through the sky. Sure enough, the zigzag shape of the weed complemented the diagonal shape of the background. On the forest floor, lying on some moss, I found this dried up wildflower. It had beautiful dark tones, so I searched for something really bright to serve as its background, and this tree in direct sunlight was perfect. Under that glorious sun in the forest, I transferred the photos over to my phone and began editing. First, adjusting the curves to get the right amount of brightness and contrast, then tweaking the temperature to make the image warmer or cooler, and finally playing with saturation and vibrance to get the right amount of color. I then pulled out my birthday present. Shout out to my wife for the awesome gift, and I was able to print some photos out in the field. This warm day in February served as the perfect canvas to find beauty in nature even when everything is dead and dry, and the importance of finding a complementary background to make the beautiful subject stand out. As a gesture of gratitude, I want to give away these 3 prints. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below and I'll pick 3 people from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you stay inspired. Happy clicking.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.